Best niches for SMMA in 2020. Let's get into it. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about what niches, in my opinion, are the best to get into for social media marketing, SMMA, or whatever you want to call it, in 2020. Now, this video is going to be heavily biased because personally I run an e-com agency and I think e-com is the best niche out there. But before I explain and get into why, let's talk about some of the unbiased things I have to say. So, why do people niche down in the SMMA space? Well, to be honest, getting results for different clients is wildly different, and there's no kind of like one size fits all strategy. So the biggest two niches I'd say to get into is either local lead gen or e-com. Now, they're very different in terms of how you get them results, which is why I'd say pick either local businesses, so brick and mortar stores, or e-com. Only two options out there. Now, there are also different levels of niches. So a niche is essentially a genre, but in that genres of, let's say, like e-com, there's different sub-genres. So for example, e-com, there's like fashion and apparel, or fitness nutrition, or supplementation, or stuff like that, right? But then in the local businesses, there will be like restaurants, and there'll be dentists, there'll be chiropractors, etc. And within those niches, there are also even more sub niches. So the way I like to see it is like there's a macro niche, micro niche, and a nano niche. So nano niches would be, for example, within the fashion and apparel industry, it would be like athleisure. That would be a more nano niche. And within the local lead gen genre, that would be something like, Chinese restaurants or orthodontist? I don't know, but the people that gives you braces, for example. That would be a niche within the dentist sub-niche, And I don't recommend someone specializes in a nano niche straight away. I think you should pick either e-com local lead gen or local lead gen and then kind of go down from there. Why even pick a specific niche to go into? Well, for example, it's going to just save you a load of headache operationally in the future, because once you get a few clients within the same niche, you're going to be able to get very consistent results for them, and at a lower brain power as well, because you could just essentially replicate what you do for one business on another business, for one client on another client, and you'll roughly can estimate the kind of results they'll get. Not only will this, make you more confident in your sales calls, but also through referrals, you're going to be widely known within that industry. In terms of how specific you should go, well, in my opinion, that would depend on the level which you're already at. For example, if you're a complete beginner, I'd recommend either picking local lead gen or e-commerce, and then going down that route and then getting more and more specific as you get more clients. Now, if you already have a couple of clients, I'd say go with the niche that you get the most results in or you most enjoy. So for example, if you're a e-com agency owner and you have a clothing brand as a client, and if you have a supplementation company as a client, and if you have, let's say, like a toy company as a client, and you're getting fantastic results for the supplementation company and you really love working with them, then I would say then just start outreaching specifically to e-commerce supplementation companies out there. Because what's going to happen is once you get a few clients within that niche, nano niche, you're going to get a load of referrals from people within the industry, and that's how you're going to grow within that niche. Now, you can then choose to scale horizontally, meaning, so there's like different scaling methods in terms of getting clients within a specific niche. You can scale vertically in the sense that I want more clients within this niche, but then, for example, if it's a very nano niche, like you're selling like dog beds and dog collars, it's going to get to a point where you're going to hit the ceiling for that niche and you're going to need to discover other niches. So in which case I would do something like maybe pet apparel if you are already selling like dog beds or something, or if you're doing like fitness supplementation, you can more move to the health and wellness supplementation niche and scale progressive, like more on the horizontal end. So for example, if you're doing like menswear athleisure, you could just do like women's wear athleisure then, because the results you would get for men's would translate very, very well in terms of when you try to sell your services to e-com owners that own women sports athleisure wear, you know? So yeah, that's also how you kind of choose your niche, by looking at what stage of your agency journey you're at and then deciding which one you're best suited to. Almost, if you're a complete beginner, just pick a few that you like. Don't get too specific with it because you don't have any results in terms of delivering the results for that very specific nano niche. So yeah, I would just kind of pick either e-com or local lead gen and then, you know, outreach to as many people as possible and see what sticks. Now, let's talk about my personal views on picking a niche. In my opinion, in 2020, there's no excuses for you to pick the local lead gen business, just because unless you're already very, very unless you're already like very specialized in terms of you already have knowledge about the industry. So for example, if you're a solicitor looking to start an SMMA, then just target people in the solicitor space and the solicitor world, because you're going to know the kind of due diligences required in terms of their outreach. Or if you're like a real estate broker, obviously it makes more sense for you to start a real estate agency as opposed to real estate social media marketing agency as opposed to an e-com agency, because you know you already have industry knowledge and it's clearly something that you enjoy to do at least a little bit. So yeah, most important two factors: do you already know the niche? Do you enjoy doing it? And thirdly, if you don't know the niche and you don't really care which niche you're into, then I would go down the e-com route, because they are ultimately the most profitable, and also a lot of the time the clients are the nicer ones to work with, because with local lead gen businesses, they often don't understand and fully comprehend the power of social media. So it's actually harder to sell a local business owner Facebook ads for $1,000 a month retainer than it is to sell, let's say, Facebook ads to a e-com store owner for like $5,000-$10,000 even. So yeah, as I said earlier, I'm in the e-com space. So if I told you any niche other than e-com is the best for SMMA in 2020, I'd be just talking out my ass, because, you know, why would I pick a subpar niche for myself, right? So yeah, to summarize the video, there are two main niches you can go into as a beginner: local business, e-com. Plus local business, it's easier to get results for, but the retainers are going to be lower. E-com, it's way, way, way harder to get results for, but the retainers are higher and also the clients are more pleasurable to work with. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope it's helped you make a decision on what niche you're going to be niching down and doubling down on in 2020. And if you enjoyed this video and it's helped you out in any way, shape or form, drop a like, stay subscribed, and if you have any more questions, drop them down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys, or you could just DM me on Instagram. So yeah, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye guys.